Dana White put out a video, which was on YouTube. I'm not sure if it was on other social media platforms. It might have been. But he put out a video talking about the prelims. These are the fights that will be shown for free on YouTube before the main card on Netflix. And pretty much everyone's got Netflix anyway, so it doesn't really make any difference that it's on YouTube to most people. But either way, this undercard initially was seemingly going to be very weak. Turki Al-Sheikh came out appealing to, I guess, trainers, promoters, whoever, maybe fighters themselves, to put themselves forward to fight on this undercard, because he said he wanted this undercard to be about talent. He didn't want to put big names on it. Well, there aren't any particularly big names on it, and we'll get onto the full undercard in a second, but there are some solid names. So first of all, as part of the prelims on YouTube for Canelo Crawford, they got Sergey Boachuk taking on Brandon Adams. That's a good fight. Bear in mind, Brandon Adams beat Sergey Boachuk first time they fought. Boachuk has gone on to put on some good performances since. So that's a good fight right there for a prelim bout. Ivan Ditchko versus Jermaine Franklin. That's also an interesting fight. I expect Ivan Ditchko to win, but he's had a very slow-burning professional career so far. For those of you who don't know, Ivan Ditchko is a Kazakh heavyweight. He fought Anthony Joshua in the Olympics. He fought Erislandi Savon, and interestingly enough, AJ, in the eyes of most people, blatantly lost to Savon in his first fight in the Olympics. Ivan Ditchko actually has a win over Erislandi Savon in the amateurs. Just shows you how styles make fights. So Ivan Ditchko, very tall fighter, might be about 6'8", something like that. Fights in a typical Eastern Bloc style. Was a very experienced amateur, but for some reason, his professional career has been an extremely slow burn, similar to Bakadir Jalilov, actually. He fights Jermaine Franklin on the undercard. I'll be interested to have a look at both of them, particularly Ditchko, to see how well he deals with Jermaine Franklin, because it's a yardstick. You know, we know how Dylan White did with Franklin. That was a very close fight, actually. AJ was able to beat Franklin comfortably on points. How will Ditchko do? And, of course, it's also interesting because Franklin must have been one of the opponents that Team Italma were looking for by the end of the year, you know, to match their charge against him. Whereas since Franklin is fighting Ditchko, that will probably rule him out. It'll be a pretty quick turnaround for him if not. So, yeah, that's also interesting. Now, the others, Ritio Susumi versus Javier Martinez, Sultan Al-Mohammed versus Martin Caraballo, Steve Nelson against Ranko Santana, Marco Verdi versus TBD, to be decided, to be determined. Here is the full card. Callum Walsh is on there. And Christian and Billy. So Christian and Billy versus Martinez. Yeah, that's an unbeaten fighter that Billy's going up against. Christian and Billy's always value for money. So having him on the undercard is a nice thing. That's a 10-rounder. Christian and Billy's on there. Callum Walsh versus Fernando Vargas Jr. is on there. So I don't think it's a trash undercard. I think it's okay. I've seen far worse Canelo undercards than this, trust me. Especially given the fact it's not pay-per-view, you know? You can watch most of the undercard for free on YouTube if you don't have a Netflix subscription, but most people do have a Netflix subscription, so you get to watch all these fights. I reckon it's fairly decent for a non-pay-per-view event.
Are you surrounded by mindless bots in human form who adhere to the norm and blindly conform? Who swallow all the mainstream BS and actually ridicule you for questioning things? Do you wish you had more free-thinking individuals in your life to network and converse with? Well, look no further. We're right here. Come and join the Brotherhood of Reason on Patreon. You'll gain access to my weekly topical content where we take deep dives on an endless variety of subjects, as well as my vast back catalogue of podcasts, videos, interviews, movie decodings, and my Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You'll also get to talk and network with myself and hundreds of other people in our members chat. You can enjoy all this via the Patreon app or on desktop and download all my podcasts in high-quality MP3. There's no contract, no commitment. You can cancel at any time, just like Netflix, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper. Just download the app from the Play Store or the App Store, or simply visit patreon.com on a web browser. Then head on over to my page and select the tier called the Brotherhood of Reason. All the links are in the description box below. And just a quick money-saving tip for Apple users. If you purchase your Patreon subscription on the desktop site or on Android, then you'll avoid the ridiculous 30% fee that Apple charges for purchases made on the iOS app. So if you're on iPhone or iPad, save yourself some money by buying your subscription on the actual Patreon website or on Android because it's a lot cheaper. Once you've made that initial purchase, you can then use the Patreon app on your iPhone or iPad thereafter to access and enjoy your content as normal.